Hey, it's Cody. I'm basically just here to show a deck that I've recently gotten, probably a couple weeks ago now, and I'm just really excited about it, and I just want to show someone who might care. All right. So this is the Lucid Dreams Beginner's Tarot with keywords, and it is by Saint Soleil. That's the only who it's by, so I'm not really sure if that represents like a team of people or one person or what. Um, so this is a box. I will say that it did not come like this. I have taken this box and thrown it in my purse every single day since I got it. And since this middle part of the sun is not like engraved and they're like dug in, it's wearing off. I need to make a crochet a bag for it or something because I'm ruining the box. Okay, so if you have not seen this deck before, this is basically a deck with keywords on it. All right, so you might notice that this is called a beginner's tarot. And you might be thinking, if you've been reading reading the cards for over 20 years, why the fuck would you buy a beginner's tarot deck? And I will tell you because I fucking want it. Okay, I have seen this for years. It's just coming out with its fourth edition. I think is in pre-order right now, and it's been out for a few years. And I keep looking at it. I keep thinking about it. So we'll get the cards out here, and I'll tell you about why now is the time that I finally got it. Also, it's a beginner deck, and like, I don't know, man. Maybe I am a beginner. Maybe I don't fucking know what I'm even talking about. Like, I don't fucking know. All right, box. We've got magnetic closure. It's hard. It's got stuff on the back that I am not going to read right now. In here it says, I trust my intuition. I feel with my heart. I know with my being, and I see with my soul. Got a little star back here. Whoops. All right, this is actually not in order because that's just how I am. All right, so here we've got Four of Pentacles. We have upright keywords. So for this card, we've got possessiveness, insecurity, frugality, saving money, security, conservatism, solid investment, guarded, and long-term security. However, we've also got reversed meanings as well. Generosity, giving, overspending, greed, openness, financial insecurity, and reckless. Might have said recklessness there, but that's okay. All right, so this deck, I really like these keywords. Whereas I'll tell you right now, I don't necessarily always look at them. I think it's kind of interesting just to see what's going on. But I don't think I've seen a single keyword on here that I disagreed with. So I'll just flip through these as I'm talking about them. Oh, we've also got our little astrological glyphs over here. Here is our Six of Pentacles. So for a beginner deck, I like that this has a more grown-up approach, maybe. Like, the artwork on these, all of them, by the way, have some gold foil. They've got the little almost border here, and then some things within the cards are also foil. I feel like this is the kind of deck, if this had been available to me to get and begin with, rather than like Rider-Waite-Smith and it's like sort of cartoony coloring book ishness. I don't know. I feel like this deck takes itself seriously, and it also invites new readers to take themselves seriously as well. I don't think it's like serious as in unapproachable or anything. Just it's not, I don't know, you know? Maybe you see what I'm saying, maybe you don't. I normally hate sun cards. I kind of hate this one too, but yeah. Alright, so the reason that I just recently got this deck, so Saint Soleil has this, the fourth edition is currently in pre-order. But I think it was like an ad, like one of those paid posts came up when I was scrolling on Instagram a couple weeks ago, and it was talking about, I believe, what they call the Love and ReLove initiative. So what this is doing is, it takes, okay, there are decks rather than like the $70 US for a new copy. I got this for $44 US plus shipping. Because as part of this Love and Relove initiative, they are sort of getting rid of some decks that maybe had, misspellings on a card, or, a little bit crunched box, like seconds kind of copies. Or they may be copies that were perfectly fine, but they just came back as undeliverable. Apparently there are also gently used copies that people have donated for this. So I think that is so cool. If you don't have the income and you're not particularly worried about the newest edition, or if you're a brand new reader, I fucking love this magician card with the 4 arms with each of the suits. If you're a beginner and you're not 100% sure if tarot is something you really want to be dropping huge amounts of money on, I feel like this is a nice way to get a deck, to really see what it's all about, to see how you feel about it, if it's something that you feel you want to continue having in your life without breaking the bank quite as much. So I do think that's really cool. Personally, I would have never been able to get this deck if it were not for this Love and Relove initiative that they're having on their website. I will put a link in the description box to the website. This card is magnificent. So I sometimes like the aesthetic of like the sort of pastel, ethereal sorts of decks. But they're pretty much always paired with like starseed bullshit, fucking light activation bullshit, which I have zero patience for. So I found this really refreshing, this one, because it sort of has that color palette and kind of the softness of it. But like the guidebook is completely devoid of any fucking starseed activation shit. So I do really appreciate that about it as well. The cardstock, by the way, I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe along here. It is linen, so it's got like the little crosshatch sort of texture. Sorry, I'm showing you the pictures more so than the keywords. Just because I watched a couple flip-throughs on YouTube here when I was waiting for it to get to me, because USPS can't fucking handle its shit and like sent it to several other states before getting to me. And for the most part, they just flipped really quick through the cards, and they kind of seemed more interested in like doing this so you could see where the gilding was, more so than really like the content of the pictures. And like, I like to see the content of the pictures to like judge for myself if it's something that I want to have. This is the 10 of Swords. I wish this had just gone ahead and been red and like blood, but you can't have everything. So I believe the majority of these are like old ass paintings. Like, I know I've seen this. Well, okay, I said the majority. Some of them are, and some of them I believe are like new pictures, like photos of models. Look at the devil, he's got like gold chains. If anyone is following along with Marlena Teresa's Deck and Walk, I've been using the Tarot of the Vampires by Ian Daniels. This is hands down my least favorite card in here. Like, the business women all of a sudden kind of just, it's not, doesn't flow with the aesthetic of the deck. Anyway, the Deck and Walk, Marlena Teresa had suggested maybe a deck that has the astrological symbols in the artwork or something, so that you know what you're looking at. And I have been using the Tarot of the Vampires by Ian Daniels, but I could very easily also use this because it has them along the side here. I kind of let this deck sit there and like pass me by for a few years. I fucking hate this Hierophant. Like, okay, it's not that it's bad, I just hate, like, the style of Hierophant, like a crusty old fuck sitting on a throne somewhere, but, like, as a learner, beginner deck, I definitely see why they did that. I let this deck just chill there because part of me was hoping that they would eventually come out with this same artwork, but like without the keywords, so like the artwork would be bigger. And then I decided, fuck it. Like, I know I've seen this. Like, old-fashioned ass picture somewhere. Some of the cards are a little bit pippish. That's okay. I feel like this stays pretty close to Rider-Waite-Smith depictions. I wish there had been purple in like more of the cards, honestly, because I think this looks fucking stunning. So this, when I see pictures and like videos of this deck, it kind of makes it seem like this is a light, kind of a dusty pink color. I don't know how it's showing up on this, but it's actually more of like a beige. It's much more yellowy than I actually expected. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you were into thinking this was pink, it just shows up that way. Like, literally, I can look around my phone, and this is much, much yellower than it is, like, looking in my phone. This is definitely the most awkward card in here. Love the High Priestess. Beautiful. Those roses, I don't even know. Yeah, this card's kind of awkward too. I do like some of the restraint with the gilding though. Like, they really could have gone fucking ham on like these little gold, I don't know, they could have had like gilding drooling down all these, but they didn't. It's just the little thing on the cups there. Okay, this Chariot card cracks me up. I don't know if you can see it, but these horses' eyes are crazy, like they're freaking out. Very RWS esque imagery. This is a Two of Pentacles. I really like this little lady like balancing on what looks like a bird bath. Like, that's just that's so strange. Like, it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the deck, but it makes me love it, whereas like some of them make me feel like, I don't really like it. Here's the World. Okay, the way the gilding is on this, I keep glancing at this and I think the snake is like wearing sunglasses. This King of Wands is stalking me and I want him to fuck off. I talked too much and didn't flip fast enough. Oh, I really like this Three of Swords. I know that it's like some people's pet peeve to see three swords stabbing through a heart for the Three of Swords, but like this I feel like has enough else going on that I really like it. I haven't gone through literally all of these keywords to see if there's typos or anything, because I know that it's a possibility with this love and relove thing. I haven't seen any. I mean, like I said, I haven't really bizarrely gone through and checked, you know what I mean, to see if anything's fucked up, but I ended up getting a 3rd edition copy. I don't see anything wrong with it, so it's not like it's, you know, if you order one, it's gonna be some like fucked up thing. The guidebook, I will say the guidebook is a little bit like taller and wider than the box. I kind of wish it would have fit in there, but again, it's not the end of the world. The front of the box that now looks like that used to look like this, so don't like think that they sent me one that was fucked up. All right, so in here we have got, I read the introduction in this, and I feel like it's just a really good introduction to tarot if you don't really know, you know, what you're getting into. So in here we have, for example, Temperance, we've got just a short paragraph about each card. We've got the zodiac, the element, the planetary ruler, numerology, and then here, these are repeated keywords for the upright and the reversed, just because I think that, like, on these, it can be hard to see since it's just white print on kind of a pale background. So I do appreciate that they put that in there. Helpful tips. They've got a space for notes for each of these as well. So yeah, they give just as much attention to the minor arcana as the majors. And yeah, I really like this deck. Not only for beginners, I would definitely recommend this for beginners if they have, you know, the funds to be able to get this, if it's something that they think is aesthetically pleasing. It's a solid beginner's deck. The keywords are great. It's not like it just has one keyword, like, this is it. You know, it does a good job of sort of covering bases with different keywords. But also, as someone, I realize I've been reading tarot for 22 years, but I've been saying that for 2 years or 3 years now, so it's actually been 24. But I'm enjoying using this deck. It's a clear reader. It's, I don't know, it's got like a modern sort of like, it's not like one of those modern sort of, I don't know, decks. I can't think of any examples. Like the Light Seers Tarot, maybe. Like, a lot of people love that. It's just not really my thing. But it's, I don't know how to say what I'm saying. It's not like a crusty old deck from like the 80s or the 90s. I mean, it's new, it's fresh, but it has enough like traditional sort of imagery. It's just, I think it's a perfect combination of old and new for brand new tarot readers. Also, I did not mention the gilding is glorious. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like little glitter sort of. The gilding on this is the same as like, if you have the Ocean Dreams Oracle by Danielle Noel, or the Brady Tarot by Emmy Brady, it's this exact same sort of gilding on it. So, yeah, thanks for letting me ramble at you about this deck. Thanks for watching, bye.